Hello everyone, welcome back to the second lesson of R.K. Narayan's Fortune Teller. In the last class, we have examined the first paragraph of the story. In the first paragraph, we had seen the protagonist being introduced, the fortune teller. His costumes, his appearance, and some insights into his character. In this second para, more details about the personality of the fortune teller is given. But you may observe that the author is not disclosing the complete information, but only bits of it. So this type of disclosing information will create suspense. So this is a narrative strategy used by many writers. Keeping back information will generate suspense. So let us see what he is trying to tell in the second para of the story. You can pause the video and read the text. I will be explaining the para. In this paragraph, the author tells us about the backstory or the flashback of the fortune teller. What all things happened in the past of the fortune teller. He came to this town from a village far away from the city. If he had lived in the village, he would have been a farmer, just like his forefathers. He would have lived a village life, nurturing his farm and family. But it didn't happen. He had to run away from home, traveling hundreds of miles without stopping. As far as a villager was concerned, it was like crossing ocean. So that is it. This fortune teller didn't belong to this town. He came to this town from a far away village. He belonged to the family of farmers. His forefathers were farmers. If he had lived in that village, he would have lived the life of a farmer. But it didn't happen. He left the village, or he ran away from the village, traveling hundreds of miles without stopping. And for a poor villager, traveling long distance, traveling hundreds of miles without stopping, it was like crossing ocean. Thus, the fortune teller is now living in a new town, very far from his home village. Why? Dear students, here the author brings in a suspense element. Why did this man run away from his home village? What made him abandon his family occupation and come to a far away town and live the life of a fortune teller? Who is he? Now, let us move on to the third paragraph. Third paragraph provide more details about the profession of fortune telling. See, the fortune teller had deep knowledge about the problems faced by human beings. What are the problems faced by human beings? Problems involving marriage, money, and confusions regarding human relations. So, fortune teller had deep knowledge about human nature. His experience had sharpened his abilities as a fortune teller. When he talks with the customer for 5 minutes, he will understand all his problems. The customer may ask questions, and the fortune teller will give answers. He charged 3 paise per question. So that was how he worked. His experience. He had been doing this job for a very long time, and he had been interacting with people for a very long time, and he knew about the human nature. When he talks with the customer for 5 minutes, he will be able to understand the problems faced by this particular man. The customer may ask questions, and fortune teller will reply. 3 paise each for each question. The customer will be talking at least for 10 minutes. It will be only after this that the fortune teller starts talking. By that time, he will be able to give answers to his questions and give advices. So, the fortune teller will get some time to observe the personality of the customer. Customer will be talking for at least 10 minutes. And within this 10 minutes, the fortune teller will be grasping the personality, and he will be able to answer all questions and give some advices. Now R.K. Narayan tells about the psychology of common people or customers who comes to an astrologer. An astrologer who is a good human observer will be able to impress the customer. For example, just imagine somebody saying to you like this: "You are really good, but you don't get what you deserve in your life." I'll read once again. Imagine somebody saying to you like this: "You are really good, but you don't get what you deserve in your life." Read this statement closely. Most people will agree that this is true. That is why R.K. Narayan says that 9 out of 10 will agree with him. Another question regularly asked by the fortune teller is this: is there a distant member of your family who had some grudge or issues with you, possibly a woman? it is quite possible that such a person will be in every family. So most people may agree with it. Another tactic used by the fortune teller is this: all the trouble faced by you is because of your nature. The fortune teller will tell the customer, all the trouble faced by you is because of your nature. You jump at things suddenly without thinking. The word used by him, R.K. Narayan, is impetuous. Jump at things suddenly without thinking. എടുത്തുചാട്ടം. You have a tough nature outside. See, secretly, people will love to hear that they are tough. So these are some observations about human nature. And fortune teller is well versed with such knowledge. That is why he is able to succeed as a fortune teller. So in this paragraph, R.K. Narayan tells us about the tactics of an astrologer. A good astrologer will also be good observer of human beings. He will be having some stock questions which he is sure will impress the customer. So enough for today. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.